Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. What we have right here is the 2023 Talaria Sting, and there's a lot of improvements with the bike, and we're going to go over some of the improvements that they made. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the content, hit that thumbs up button, and also ring that notification bell for future notifications of our videos. So I purchased the bike from ebikezilla.com, and let me tell you guys, their team is phenomenal. I ordered this bike at 10 in the morning and it shipped out that day in the afternoon. Tell me what other site would do that for you. So phenomenal customer service, getting the bike out as quickly as possible. I appreciate you guys over at ebikezilla. So this bike with the current setup, this one has the Talaria factory suspension. This one was just under $4,500. All right, so what did they improve on this bike? All right, so it's still got the same specs. It's a 6,000 kilowatts of power, just insane torque, things like that. It gets you up to close to 50 miles an hour. But what did they change? And they definitely listened to their customers, which is awesome. All right, unlike sur-ron, they haven't really made any changes to their bikes. With the Talaria, they made a lot of changes so far. So the first improvement of this bike, and I really notice it being a bigger guy, is the seat angle. So if you look at the seat angle, I'm not sure if you can really tell from where I'm looking at, but the seat doesn't go up as much as it used to. So the problem with the seat being so angled up on the first couple models is it actually forces you down to the middle of the bike. What happens is you could start in the back of the seat, but once you start going, turning, braking, accelerating, things like that, what's going to happen is it's going to push you towards the battery, like the battery cover. It would definitely push me to the front and I'd be more, squished and cramped up. So you'd be sitting in this part rather than up here where you started. But now that it's angled, it's more flat, less of an angle, it's definitely more comfortable to sit on the whole seat. So the fact that they lowered the seat down of less of an angle is a huge difference, and you notice it right away. And I'm telling you, it's super comfortable. So huge improvement. I can't overstate that enough. The next thing that they did was they put a brace on the foot pegs. This is right from factory. What they were doing on the older models too is they were sending you the brace in the package and you can install it yourself, and that is absolutely amazing because you definitely don't want to break this bracket here, so it helps with bracing the load. It definitely makes it hold up a lot better. They should have included that in the very beginning, but the fact that they started including it in the box so you can install it to now with the 2023 to actually including it on the bike when you order it is awesome. So awesome that they put that support there. Also, the linkage and the shock in the back, that is a different setup as well. I know there's a lot of movement back here with the older models. They definitely changed that, and I believe that kind of contributed to the angle of the seat as well, being down more, but definitely a huge improvement. I know that was a sore spot for some of the review videos for the Talaria, but they definitely improved that with the new linkage setup. So great job on that. You still got the gearbox as the primary transmission and then the chain as the secondary. Bike is very quiet, same like the older model. Not much has changed there. Another thing that they improved on the 2023 is the battery rattle or the battery shake. There was a ton of battery shake. Videos would talk about it over and over about how the noise in the battery compartment was, you could hear it. You could definitely hear it in the videos. People will talk about it. People would, have to put their own padding in and whatnot. What they did was they improved that too. They put more padding on the battery and the battery cover up here as well. All right, so that definitely prevents battery shake and battery rattle. The first couple minutes, you could definitely notice it because it was noticeable before. So kudos to Talaria for making that change. All right, another huge improvement, in my opinion, is this option of the Talaria factory suspension. So these forks are very beefy compared to the Fast Ace or the D&M shock. They're definitely a lot better built, and I believe that Fast Ace makes these shocks and then Talaria actually tunes them. So I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below. But this fork out of the box is the best one yet. If you can tune the other ones or whatever, but if you don't want to do anything to the bike, you want the best bang for your buck out of the box, this is going to be it. With this fork as well, you also get the same solid, nice fender here for the front that bolts underneath the fork there. So you don't have to worry about having that little flimsy one that the RST comes with on the sur-ron. So one other big improvement that they made to the 2023 Talaria Sting is the throttle curve. So instead of getting all that torque at the beginning, you'll actually get more towards the top speeds. On the older models, you'd have less of a response with the throttle at higher speeds. This one has a better throttle curve, so you do have more response at the higher speeds. So it's nice that they smooth that out, that curve. Also, the 2023 Talaria Sting comes locked from the factory. I will put a link to my video on how to unlock the Talaria Sting in the description. So guys, those are really the big changes with the 2023 Talaria Sting. You still have the bigger tire in the back, the wider swing arm. So there was a couple improvements that needed to be made, and they made those. So I'm really happy about it because honestly, overall, this bike is just a fantastic bike, fantastic value. So what we're gonna do next is take the bike out for a spin, let you guys know what our initial impressions are as far as how it rides, things like that. So if you guys have any questions about the 2023 Talaria Sting, please leave them in the comments below. I answer everybody's questions. I also reply to everybody's comments. All right, but thank you for watching, and let's get on the bike and see how it rides. All right, guys, we're on the 2023 Talaria Sting. We're doing our first impressions ride here. As you can hear, the bike is very quiet compared to our sur-ron. You also have the ability to change the brake regen, which I really love about this bike. That's a huge, huge feature over the sur-ron. Everything can be controlled with these buttons here. So right now I'm on regen 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can actually hear the progression of the regen getting stronger as I went through those modes. So it works very well. It'll definitely save you, some money on the brake pads too eventually too. So I always like to keep the regen the highest as it can go. But again, like I said, this bike is super quiet. Nothing changed from the older model as far as the noise goes from the bike. One thing I do want to point out though is, look, so my seating position, I am not squished up to the battery cover up there. So on the older models, the seat is more angled up. So eventually after braking, turning, things like that, accelerating, your body's just moving naturally, and you're gonna find yourself squished to the front of the bike. I'm a big dude at 6'2", 260 pounds, so that matters to me. I'm a taller guy, so sitting back in the seat is definitely more comfortable for me, at least. The fork is very nice. I've just been testing it on the roads for now, but we're going to go off-roading in a couple minutes, and we're going to see how the fork handles it. But so far so good, nothing crazy with the fork. But yeah, I love that regen, and just being able to change it, with that control on the handlebars is really nice. On the sur-ron, you gotta go through this whole procedure with an adapter that they give you, and you gotta pump the brakes a certain amount of times. But this is awesome. You go right from the handlebar. With the horn, same old horn from the old models. As far as the foot peg brace too, you're not gonna notice it as far as like bouncing on the bike or whatever, standing up or whatever, but over time, all that weight you're putting on the pegs and stuff like that, and if you're in the woods and you hit something or whatever. No, there's a lot of pressure on those braces, so it's nice that they added that support there. Well, overall, I mean, it's the same bike. It's the same fantastic bike that they've been putting out for a year now. And as you guys can hear or not hear, is you don't hear that battery moving around. You don't hear that rattle, which is fantastic because it was annoying before. I'm not sure what's happening there. Yeah, no rattling. That was definitely annoying. And I also read too that they use some more quality parts on this bike. I'm not really sure what the specifics are on the parts or what's different about them or whatever, but I hear there was a quality change in those parts. So maybe like premature wear or things like that they were noticing over time. They changed those parts, so it's really cool that they listened to all the customers and the issues they were having. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it off-road. Alright, so we'll take it up here real quick, and then we'll go on the other path that we usually go on. But, oh yeah, the forks were awesome on that curb there. Right away I noticed the difference. And I've had all the different forks too, so maybe not on the Talaria, but I've had all the forks on all the different versions of sur-ron that I've had. So I've had the RST, D&M, Fast Ace, KKE, and these forks are holding up I am liking the front fork compared to the other ones. I've had them all, the RST, D&M, KKE, Fast Ace. I had them all, and this one seems to be on par or a bit better than all of them. I don't want to get filthy, so I'm not going to go, it just rained, I'm going to go in the field, but I'm going to go over some bumps and see how even the linkage in the back and the redesigned suspension in the back does as well. Nice. Not bad. Guys, I'm 260. And you know, that's on the heavier side for riders. And it seems to be doing a very good job with the bumps and stuff, so like I said, I don't want to get this bike too filthy because it just rained last night, so but it's handling the bumps very well. And what we'll do is we'll do another video, you know, as far as like off-roading and stuff with the forks, test that out. But So far so good, guys, with the Talaria factory forks. But guys, if you have any questions or you want to see other videos with the 2023 Talaria Sting, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to get those out. But we appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, peace out.